Hi, I'm K. Suresh, currently working as Chief Operating Officer, Global Fiber Manufacturing in cellulosic fiber business of Aditya Birla Group. I'm here to share with my legacy of experience in this business over the last 39 years. It goes back to 1987 when I got appointed as a trainee process engineer in auxiliary department at Staple Fiber Division in Nagda. So it was like not a very structured training as it happens nowadays, but I have had curious learnings within the first week, and then I got as a shift engineer charge on the 8th day. So it was curious, very anxious moments, but very learning experience. It's about spent initial 3 years as a shift engineer within the same department, and the next couple of years worked at general shift level. What we call it as nowadays as section head, but in those days it wasn't so. It was like a general shift engineer. And thereafter, I had an opportunity to enter into like a continuous education policy of now in today's world. So I got myself admitted for ME Collaborative at BITS Pilani Off-Campus Center at Nagda. And simultaneously, I got my first major career break to work in technical cell. In those days, it was a very prestigious place to work, associated with the big boss of Nagda, and enormous learning opportunities on how things happen and why things happen the way they happen, and how to bridge the gap between the shop floor and the marketplace. So these were very curious learnings. Initial 5 to 7 years, I think I had my foundation for the future career. I think as I was mentioning about my first break in the career, entering into technical cell at Nagda, and thereafter I have had enormous exposure to environmental activities to lead the environmental cell, which was created for the first time in the business. That goes back to 1994. And there I had extensively traveled, interacting with various consultants, and we went global exhibitions, learned quite a bit. And the major breakthrough came a little later, where Birla Cellulose Greenfield project was under execution, and I had an opportunity to lead the project. So that goes to, I still remember the date, it is 25th August 1995. So when that opportunity came in, I never did projects, nor any of the team members did any projects, but the management had significant confidence and trust in us, and entrusted with the leading the project by me and various shop floor engineers from different departments to be the spokes for respective departments. And we did the project, and all of us learned together. And in the process, we did lots of things which were first time in the business. And today, that unit happens to be a benchmark unit on many perspectives. That is Birla Cellulose Kharach, line 1, 2. I always feel pride in quoting as that was a very risky proposition from my side and also from the organization side. But all went off well with blessings from the top and hard work from all the team members. I think from the beginning, Aditya Birla Group, Grasim management from different points of time had given confidence despite not having any experiences of doing many things, and allowed us to spread our wings both to learn and deliver. And it has happened enormous times in different geographies, and to a large extent the credit goes to the organization in entrusting challenging assignments to the people who are willing to put their necks on the block. And that's the hallmark of I would say, great success in my career. So by nature, I am a bit of a risk taker, and organization also has I don't know how to say it, as in conjunction, both work together. That's the bottom line. It's about over a period of 39 years, I have had exposure to different geographies, different businesses, different roles. So over all these years, there have been enormous learnings in conceptualizing things, and then translating into executable projects, and then tangible business results. In the process, developed lots of team members. But now in this current role, I believe in transferring this knowledge back to the young engineers, or the young managers, or the young leaders. So thereby putting the tacit knowledge back into the system rather than going along with the person as and when I superannuate. I would say that type of inspiration I got from quite a few leaders in over the length of my almost close to 4 decades of working. The first impression I had was of late Dr. Lalit Gupta for his forthright approach in putting things upfront in black and white with no nonsense. That, I think, probably is the initial impression on me. Second, I had experience working with various leaders who have been very regimental and very disciplined and very detail oriented. So those learnings, I learned quite a few from Mr. K.K. Maheshwari, and being patient and being very calm, cool approach in getting most difficult tasks executed through Shailendraji, and also from the communication part or articulation part from various senior leaders. And by far the most is from the chairman, of course. It comes with his cool and calm approach despite various adversities or most challenging situations. And so I keep learning, and even as recent as Mr. Vadiraj is the current boss, where I am learning about keeping larger stakeholders on board while getting things done. So different people have influenced from different styles. And in fact, I learned few from my kids as well to be little updated on the technological front, and also on being quite calm and cool. And on a behavioral and personality front, a couple of coaches through the Gyanodaya program of PEP and TEP. Those coaches and the programs have helped me fine-tune my behavioral perspective, so that earlier I was more task-oriented and more result-oriented. Over a period of time, I tend to become task orientation plus people orientation, so that the overall purpose of people development plus the business deliveries go hand in hand. And so also the stakeholders engagement. And I was working in front-end roles as United, taking care of the societal stakeholders or the regulatory bodies. So those type of things have helped shaping up my career.